Assume that I am your vice president for this particular speech, right? And whatever I say stays inside this room, right? I am your vice president standing in front of you to deliver a bad news. Got it, guys? You are in my town hall. I'm addressing you guys. You are the employees and I'm the vice president. Shall we go? Are you ready?
Yes.
Right? Fellow employees, our organization constantly tries to balance between employee wellness and productivity. On that measure, we decided to revoke the work from home facility to all the employees. Let me tell you the rationale behind this decision. When we analyze the work from home data as a whole and also the nuances of work from home data, we found that there are a lot of issues. One, the availability. Availability became a huge issue. Most of the escalations came in the last 3 quarters only because of availability. 40% of the time, the employee is not responding on time or never responds. This gives us an impression that our employees are misusing the work from home facility. 2, the number of P0 issues have increased. And 60% of the time, the SLAs are not met. This actually contributes directly to our poor quality KPIs. 3, the internet connectivity is very bad in most of the places. Either there is no poor signal or there is poor signal. The call quality have dropped down drastically. And the meetings have not started on time most of the times. So that have created a huge setback in making important business decisions. 4, the run rate in which we deliver the projects is the lowest when compared to the previous quarter, same year. And it's also the lowest in the past 4 quarters. This directly contributes to our important KPIs such as time to market and growth, etc. Obviously, the productivity is taking a hit. So we decided to revoke work from home facility for all our employees with immediate effect. The leaders of our organization had several rounds of serious discussions and brainstormed various solutions and carefully evaluated the pros and cons of each and every solution to see if anything else can be done. After careful analysis, we found that this is the best way to go forward by revoking the work from home facility. But time to time, we will reach out to the employees, take surveys, get the feedbacks, and make changes if needed. This means you need to come to office every day. This will promote face-to-face interactions and will also facilitate quicker and meaningful conversations amongst the employees, which will lead to faster decisions in your project and will help to clear your impediments. Face-to-face interactions are more effective than the video conferences and will also lessen the time to market. That is what we found. Most importantly, you guys will be connected to the dedicated internet services provided by office. So there will not be any loss in productivity. We understand there may be challenges, especially for those who are staying far away from office. Right? I see some of them nodding their head. For those, not only for those, but for all the employees, we decided to give a travel allowance, 5,000 or 2,000 rupees every month to cover up for your transport expenses. If in case you are not able to come to office on a particular day, or if there are any circumstances, please work with your supervisor from case to case basis. But please remember to put the business reasons in the forefront and your personal convenience in the back burner during such cases. Fellow employees, I strongly believe in this workforce which stood by the organization, be in its glory or be in its low times. I also believe that happy employees build happy organization. I'm sure you will imbibe to this change. This will help you and your organization to grow drastically. Albert Einstein said, the world as we have created, it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Guys, it's time to change our thinking. Hoping to see you all in office every day.
Toastmasters, guests, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Palani, a warm good evening. It's not easy to break bad news. We all know that. And I should congratulate Toastmaster Palani for doing a fantastic job. What I liked about your speech was you used the direct method of conveying the bad news, which is you start with the bad news itself, then you try to give the reasons why you have made that decision or what is the reason behind that bad news. Then you give the positives of what is associated with that bad news, and then any good news associated or any good part associated with that. I will give you an example. In this case, you started the bad news, which is the work from home facility is discontinued. Then you give the reasons, like it was being misused, there was a problem with the connectivity, and the different issues that were associated with it. Then you give the positive part of it, which is what this will lead to, like face-to-face interactions, improvement in productivity. So all the positive part, and then the good part, which is the 2,000 rupees conveyance part as well. So the structure-wise, it was very properly organized, and also your delivery was fantastic. If I were to suggest, a few improvements, the first one would be the introduction itself. So instead of giving introduction or like this is the situation, you could have started by saying, hello everyone, I am the vice president of this company, welcome to this all hands, and we have an important announcement. So that way you did not give the introduction altogether, you could have started directly with your speech. The second thing I could have done differently was I would have tried using the indirect method here. Direct method, I would think it would be better if it is like a one-on-one situation where you just give the bad news and then explain why it is given, because there we don't want the person to be anxious, listening. But in a public situation, you could have started by setting the background, like these are the situations in the company, we are facing a loss of productivity. Then you could have said that we have evaluated different options, and we found that this is a good option where we don't have the work from home facility. That is when you are breaking the news, and then you could have given the good news associated with it, which is we are going to give the 2,000 as a conveyance, and that would have been ending the thing on a positive and happy note. So that would have been one suggestion. And the last one would be, you were smiling sometimes during the speech, right? Speaking a very serious thing, you could have refrained from smiling during the speech. Of course, it comes naturally, I don't think. But overall, fantastic speech. Very good use of the direct method. Perfect copybook style. A few improvements like the introduction or using probably the direct indirect method, and cutting on the smiling part would have made it an excellent speech.